I'm just getting ready for the gym. Got my bag ready. At the last minute I got my water bottle out of the refrigerator, and I'd forgotten I'd left it in the freezer box to cool down, because I've got the fridge freezer on its lowest setting, and I've just taken it out, and yeah, that bit of water in there, it's got like about a third of a bottle of water in there, is frozen solid. Who says compressor fridges, 12-volt compressor fridges, are no good? They're talking nonsense. Perfectly adequate, as you can clearly tell. All right, guys, I'm off to the gym. Just got back from the gym. Had a good session. I'm knackered, and this is something I just discovered. Up to the car and I thought something doesn't seem right. Window wide down. Nothing broken. No glass. iPad still on the seat. Nothing stolen, nothing gone. I can only assume I've had a bit of a senior moment and walked away. Locked the car, definitely checked the doors, but I checked them on the other side. And walked away, leaving the window down without realising. OMG. Could have been total disastrous. I mean, there's a little bag here. There's nothing much in there, it's just wires and stuff, but they don't know that when they're walking past it. I could just leant in and took it anyway. iPad sitting on the seat next to me, charging up it was. There but the grace of God, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? Well, we've arrived. And that's the ocean right there. There's a big motorhome down there, and that's me just there. Morning. Right, well, I'm here. I'm at Filey, and the sun is shining, as you can see. The sun always shines in Filey. It's a very special sun. It's the Yorkshire sun. Let's have a look. So you couldn't see much last night because of it was dark. But this is the cliff edge. You couldn't get any closer to ocean, could you? There's a van, there's a motorhome, and this is the cliff edge, and you can hear the ocean, I think. Yeah, you another 4 feet that way, and you're in trouble, for sure. And yeah, this is sunny Filey. And the guys in that van over there helped me out last night. They were the ones that told me that they normally do sleep up here, which is fine. And there were some vehicles up there, and I was waiting for them to go last night, but they didn't. They stayed all night, which is fine. Oh no, I've just seen a sign down here that I didn't see when I parked up. Let's just take a little look. Now, as I said last night when I pulled up, I used to live around here. I lived around here for about 20 years. And, oh, you can see the ocean just down there a little bit. Oh yeah, there's the boat club, or the yacht club, or whatever they want to call it these days. There you go. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, there's a sign up here. I think this is beware of the cliff edge. To be fair, I don't think it says anything else. Let's go take a look. Yeah, beware dangerous cliff. Yeah. Back at the run now, but just over there is a campsite. I think it's about 35 quid a night on that campsite, just literally 100 yards down the road there. And there is a toilet block, which I'm going to go and use in a second. All good. We've got Parish Woods, or the entrance to Parish Woods, just by there. Lots and lots of dog walkers use this area. Let's see what the day's got in store for us. The gimbal now, as I walk down towards the loos. And yeah, I can use the facilities. So while we're here, remember we are here to hand the car over to the garage 8:30 to get the servicing done, etc. And hopefully we'll come to some sort of conclusion about the oil leak and maybe get that finished or fixed today, hopefully. Who knows? It's about 6:20 a.m. at the moment, so plenty of time. The garage is less than a 5-minute drive from here, and I'm going to then find somewhere to have some breakfast. Maybe go to the boat shed. Great place to have a breakfast there. View of the campsite, or part of it. It stretches back quite a ways. As I said, I think it's about 35 quid a night to stay by there. I don't half know how to shoehorn them in. And there's a little cafe there. The cafe is open to the public. It's not unique to the campsite, so I would question what benefit you actually get. Do you know what I mean? Looking over there, there's a camper out in the wild as well. I think he parked over there because he was worried about getting moved on. There's a few over there. There's about 4 of them over there actually, and 3 over here, 2 at the top end there. So quite a few of us here actually while camping. There's no sign saying you can't, so that's all good. And the hood, there used to be on those like little wooden fences right in front of all these vehicles, there used to be signs that say not camping allowed, but no longer. So I wonder if they've given up that particular go. I'll hand my camper van, my much beloved home, over to the mechanics in a few moments. I do need to do something about tidying the front of this vehicle up, and the back and everywhere else, to be fair. So let's get to it. Right, so it's starting to rain as predicted. I'm glad of the cooler weather, to be honest with you, but I could have done with cooler weather without the wet weather mixed in. It's about 17 degrees and the sky is black over there, really is jet black. I'll show you that in a bit. It's only about 7 o'clock, so it's too early to go to 25 past 7. It's too early to go to the garage right now. I'm going to give it another hour before I go over there. I've got myself a brew. I'm just going to sit here, chill out, watch the ocean. And something else that happened as well. My key broke just yesterday. I was running the engine a little bit so I could charge up the batteries and all that sort of thing, because I've been stood still for a couple of days. And that's the thing, you see, when you're a digital nomad or you're a van life or whatever you want to call it, okay, you got to keep that engine going unless you've got a solar panel on the roof, or you've got some sort of diesel or petrol generator. You've got to keep that engine running to top up the leisure batteries. Otherwise you're knackered, right? No fridge, no lights, no bed, no nothing. So since I've only just bought that battery, I really want to take good care of it and not drain it down. Do you know what I mean? You've got to keep it above 11 volts. You know, otherwise you're buggered. As soon as it hits 10 point anything, it's scrap, basically. So yeah, I'm at 12.2 at the moment. I've got a light on. Why have I got a light on? Turn that light off. Above 12.2, it's 12.2ish at the moment. It's running the fridge. I've just opened the fridge door to get the milk out and make a brew. So that's why it dropped a little bit, because the fridge loses a little bit of temperature. You close the door, it's got to build that temperature back up again, right? And I'm charging my phone up as well before I go to the garage. Now, by the time I drop this vehicle off at the garage, because it's at 12.2 already, the battery, it will probably be at 12.6. So it'll be okay to sit all day in the garage. I've no fear about that. Any longer than that, and we might have an issue. Oh, that was a funny noise. I've just bought a new watch, an Apple Watch, and it's making all sorts of noise. I'm not used to it yet. It's just a cool. I love my gadgets. I really do. But I'm also trying to get rid of the dad bod and do something about that. So it's helping with the health and fitness and whatnot. It's telling me, yeah, you really are a lazy bugger, essentially, and you've got to get off your ass and do something. You know, it's what it does. I'm looking over there into the distance because if you don't know, here in England we had was it in Scotland? Was it in Ireland and Wales as well? I don't know, but we had Butlins, Butlins holiday camps, and you'd go along, you'd book a week actually on the site, and you wouldn't really leave the site. It had restaurants, it had nightclubs, it had bars, it had amusement arcades, entertainers galore, and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And it really was a fantastic sort of facility. But you had to be quite rich to go there. We went for a day trip a couple of times. You could do that, but we never actually stayed at Butlins ever. Well, actually, I'm lying because I did as an adult. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. And Billy Butlin was a guy that set it all up, and he had his house here. When I get a chance to show, because it's all cloudy here, it's all clagged in, you're not going to see it. It's right over the bay there. It's just a little tiny pinpoint white spot. But yeah, he had his house here overlooking the ocean on the bay, a primo spot. It really is, and it was a state-of-the-art building at the time, and it's been turned into holiday lets, I believe, so you can actually book a part of Billy Butlin's house for a week's holiday or whatever. And it's a superb spot, it really is. You can't get a better view, to be quite frank. You really can't, especially on a beautiful summer's day. Oh wow, got a Kestrel. Oh, spin you around. Spin you around, it's gone. I don't know if I've got any of it. It's hovering further down there. Never mind. Oh, never mind. I can still see a little bit of it. I can still see it hovering on the edges. I can't work out if that's a kestrel or an osprey. I think ospreys are a little bit bigger. You don't generally find kestrels this close to the coastal area, I don't think. Well, I've never really seen many of them here. That's why they caught my attention. So I'm wondering if it's an osprey. We have to get ospreys here. But yeah, so I'm hoping to maybe go into, whilst I'm here for a couple of days, hoping to maybe go into Scarborough, maybe go into Bridlington, maybe see if we can catch the dolphins on the porpoise that have been frequenting the area just recently, but they tend to be here on warmer days. And right, so I'm off to drop my van off for servicing. I've just dropped off a bottle of water for the guy there. Let me explain, if you've not picked up on this in previous videos. The chap there is a former soldier, retired a long time ago, to be fair, and he served in various countries and what have you, and long story cut short, he's homeless. He's living in his Land Rover Discovery, and whenever I'm in the area, I'll pop by to see if he's okay, or see if he needs anything. So yesterday I went by and I bought 2 or 3 big containers of water, 5-litre ones, because every time I come down, the one thing he says he could do with is water. So I've just dropped him off there. He's still asleep. I can see that he's still asleep, so I didn't disturb it. Just left it by his door. He'll probably know who it's from, because that's what I do regularly for him. That's nice. That's a cool pop top. It's like a Roma home thing I just saw. Driving past the campsite. Anyway, so just to help him out, and I'll swing back later at the end of the day when I've had the car MOT'd and not MOT, sorry, serviced and all the rest of it. I'll swing back this way and see if he wants some fish and chips or something. So I've dropped it off, and yeah, not good news straight away, because they were saying if it's an oil pressure sensor, they have to take the sump off and all the rest of it, so they can't do an oil change or anything. It's pointless until they've got that sorted. And also, additionally, oil pressure sensor switch, or not a switch, but sensor, clues in the name, right, is a dealer only part. He says you're not going to get them reconditioned, there's pointless doing that. He says, and there's no third party options you can put in place. It's got to come from Peugeot, and you ain't going to get one today. So that's breakfast done anyway. I'm gonna have a little walk around Filey. I'll try and to vlog as much as I can, but you know me, I'm a bit bashful about stuff, so I might just record and not actually talk and then do a voiceover. Sounds like a way forward, doesn't it? Maybe, don't know. Let's see, put my big boy pants on. So just behind here, this is what we call the Everon Centre. It's kind of like the hub of Filey. It's where all the main officers are. It's where the police are as well, actually. And there's this private residence just over the road there that I've never ever really known much about, apart from it's a private residence. It's absolutely massive. I don't know any of the history about it or anything. Maybe I'll Google it up and put some on subtitles when I'm editing the video. But yeah, it's magnificent. It's huge. And this is the main road down to the beach. Really steep, actually, as you can probably tell. Just realised something. Today's Monday. The festival thing, arts and crafts thing, is finished till Sunday. What a dote. But anyway, let's have a walk around the garden and show you around. So these are really well kept gardens. They're kept up to date, and the locals and the council take good pride in the upkeep, and rightly so. Now this display is quite an interesting one. There's got 4 or 5 stones here, believed to have been taken, I think, from a Roman bathhouse, found up on the Filey Brig. And I do tell you that they have had various forts up there, from the Britons to the Vikings to the Romans. Okay, and 1857 they were discovered. If you want to read that, I'm not going to read it, but you can read it if you want. So I used to live just up one of these roads here. I'm not going to say which one. I used to live just up one of those roads there, and had a sea view out the window. This is not the last place I lived, but I had lived there in the previous tenancy. And I used to be able to come down, sit on these benches here with a cup of coffee, and just enjoy listening to the band playing over there. They have a brass band's playing there every Sunday throughout the holiday season. Very cool. Main roads going down to the beach here in Filey. Saw the other one just a moment ago near the Everon Centre, and this is the other one, and they're both cobbled, and these cobbles have been here for God, a couple of 100 years, I would say. And they, you know, every now and then we'll get a few dislodged and stuff, but the council come out and refit them where they can, and where they can't, unfortunately, they then have to replace it with traditional tarmac. We can see a little spot just down here where that's just that happened a few years ago, actually. That's not just happened. So yeah, in the winter, as I found, in the winter these cobbles get extremely slippery when they get ice on them, and so you get loads of cars get stuck trying to make it back up the hill again. And I have been one of those cars, one of those drivers. We see here, these are lifting, these are going to need replacing. Actually, no, actually sinking, really, aren't they? Okay, and here we go. We've got a patch of original cobbles, but they look different to these, don't they? So I think maybe these ones here are a little bit older. I don't know. But they've had to replace this strip down here with tarmac. But yeah, so I think there's cobbles of different ages. Oh, these are brand new down here, these cobbles. Let's get down to these ones. There they are, look. In fact, are they even cobbles, or are they just kind of bricks? I don't know. They've done the best to replace and blend it in, but you know, it's going to take time, isn't it? It's a Lido, kind of. It's not really a Lido, it's just an outdoor paddling pool. That gets about rammed in summer, really, really popular, you know, for young families and such. Yeah, had many a day in there. with the kids in the past. Of course, it's the way down to the beach. There's no dogs. Oh yeah, there's no dogs allowed in the middle part of the beach, only the two opposite extremes. Birds getting in on the pond. And of course, we've got these holiday lets all the way down the front here. Some of them are private actually, but most of them are holiday lets. There was one for sale, and there's a block of flats down here, private flats, really, really nice. And there was one for sale a little bit back, and I googled up how much it cost, and it was just over £1 million for this view, which is, you know, that's a nice view. However, so seaside places, I think, will I just get it for the wealthy? At which point right now British seaside is only for the wealthy. Who knows? And at one point you'd come down here and all you'd see was Porsches and BMWs and Mercedes and that sort of thing. It's not so bad today. But in the height of summer, that's what you ever see down here. Now, if you wanted to come down here in your van, you have to get down here really early. As you can see, the schools have not kicked out yet. In terms of state schools, they're still teaching, they're still, you know, very much in session. So it's not school holidays yet, but there are no parking spaces left. So you have to get down here very early in the day to snag one. Otherwise you're going to be out of luck. And all this parking down here is free, there's no charge. But there's a strict no camping rule down here. Strict no overnighting rule. Now I do know some people do push boundaries. And this is a crazy one. There are all sorts of things down here for kids to do, to be honest with you, but better bring your wallet with you if you bring any kids. This is a crazy golf. I don't know what the prices are. I think there's a sign down here with prices, and just down there there's a few kind of small, very, very small toddlers playground rides. There's a carousel, there's a drop ride, and all sorts of things like that down here. And there used to be like the orbs, you know, in a paddling pool sort of thing. You get inside the orb and you paddle around in the paddling pool, that kind of business. I don't know if that's still here now. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Well, there's a few new things actually from last time I was here. Jungle Blaster wasn't here last time I came down. The bouncy castle has been deflated for obvious reasons. It's not very busy. Mini-me, there you go, that's it, kind of goes round and around, I guess. That's where the orbs would be, and jumping jacks, the drop ride. There's a carousel, and the trampolines. The trampolines look like they've seen better days, to be quite honest. Loads of places to buy ice creams. There's an amusement arcade down here also. And some boats. What's that? We've just walked the full length of Filey seafront, really. We've literally run out of road to walk on. I think, I'm not sure if the tide's coming in or going out, to be quite honest, but I don't really want to go down there. But I'll tell you what though, if you look down there, hang on a minute, let's spin you around. That's the boat club. So I was parked literally just about there last night for my evening, and there's the brig we spoke about earlier. It goes right out. See the part here? Oops, just there. Goes right out over here. And people have been caught out over there because they'll go out, not realise the tide's coming in, and they get stranded and need a rescue from the RNLI or the Coast Guard. I used to lie in bed sometimes at night and just listen to the helicopters and think, blimey, I hope, you know, whoever's out there is okay and they're not in bother, sort of thing, like, you know. So that's Filey in a nutshell. There are some shops further up, but there's not very many of them. It's just your usual town kind of shops, you know, and cafes, that sort of thing. So I'm in Filey Library at the minute, just talking quietly because it's a library. And I popped in here out the way because it's starting to rain outside. And yeah, I've seen pretty much all of Filey again, and hopefully you have seen most of Filey too in the very short clip that we've done already. I've spoken to the garage. I was going to go to the hotel and book a room in Scarborough, and do all that. But they said, well, I would hold off for a minute because we don't know how long this park's going to be. I said, well, what do you mean? I said, it might not be here till Thursday, it might not be here for 3 weeks. We just don't know how long it's going to take to get out of the park. But we're not going to start any work on it until we know about the part. Because otherwise your van's going to be up on the ramps for a number of days otherwise. So, yeah, got to find out now. So now I'm on tenterhooks. Right, so I put this in the short, but I haven't put it in the long form yet, so let's do that now. Before I do that, let's spin this around, just literally can turn you around. And you can see, for those people who don't know, I'm in Scarborough. Now this road, all the way from down there, all the way along, all the way up to where I am and beyond, used to be like a caravan, oh, it's not a caravan, a camper van mecca. It's where everybody used to come and park and sleep for the night and stuff like this, and you know, it was pretty epic, to be quite honest with you. However, there's now a ban on overnight parking, so I'm not going to stop here overnight. I'll just come down for a couple of hours. It'll be a good spot to do this little bit of a video clip, and I was going to take you outside and show you around, but we'll see. Maybe I just might leave that bit till tomorrow. I'll show you a little bit when it gets darker, and show you the rest of it tomorrow, I reckon. I've got to come into Scarborough anyway tomorrow because I'm meeting a friend that I used to work with. Going to go and have coffee and a catch up and a chat and a gossip and all that sort of good stuff. Now the garage I use is called Filey Auto Care. It's in Filey, where I've been all day, and they know me quite well. They know about my autism, they know about me likely feeling very anxious, and they kept me up to date all the day through with what was happening, which is brilliant. They were up front. Hang on a second, I'm going to switch these wipers off. There we go, automatic wipers. They come on when you don't want them to. But where was I? Oh yes, so they kept me up to date all the day through with the progress of everything, what was going on. They were up front on this right from the very beginning. They told me straight away it is going to need a oil pressure sensor straight away from the things that I had reported to them and spoke about with them. They did a service on the rest of, did the rest of the service, or everything other than change the oil on the oil filter, because of course there's no point doing that. They're going to take the sump off to change the doohickey, the pressure sensor. So they said that the oil change really should wait until when they're doing that and do it at the same time. Otherwise it's just a waste of time and money. You know, they'd have to do the oil change twice in effect. So they've got booked in for Wednesday, and what they have said is, we do not want to charge you yet. We want to make sure that everything's running fine, that you're happy, and that we've got the job completed before we start charging you. Okay, and then when you come in on Wednesday, we'll give you the final invoice then. They've told me roughly how much it's going to be, and so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with what they've quoted me. I think it was, I said, would it be around about 370 quid, and they said you should be getting some change back on that. So you know, I think that's pretty good, all things considered. So yeah, happy bunny. I'm a happy bunny. The Wednesday is going to be a bit of a tight squeeze for me because I'm taking the kids away to Alton Towers on the Monday and the Tuesday, so there'll be no videos on those 2 days, I don't think. And then on the Wednesday, I'll have to dash from Wakefield back to Scarborough early in the morning, very early in the morning, to get the car in, or the van in, I should say. Which is all good. I'm going to go back up to the same parking space or sleepover, camper, whatever you want to call it, as I was in last night, which is in Filey, because we definitely can't stop here. But I am curious because there's still a lot of camper vans and motorhomes down here. And when the ban first came in, there was no camper vans or motorhomes whatsoever around. They kind of boycotted the place, and you know, all that good stuff. And the time is 7:30 at the moment, so yeah, I'm wondering if some of these are planning on stopping overnight and just taking a risk, taking a gamble that they're not going to get picked up on or fined. Be interesting to know, won't it? Okay. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. I will pick up in a bit. I'm waiting for it to go dark because I want to take you around the more commercialised area of Scarborough, the beachfront, where the amusement arcades are, and you know, all the nice, cool flashing lights and all that kind of business. And now we're going to show you around Scarborough and lights. Fell asleep, and I didn't want to get a parking ticket or accused of camping there overnight, because yeah, I don't want to fine. And I was driving along back to where I was parked up last night, and I came across Caton Bay, and now Caton Bay was a bit of a hotspot for camper vans, motorhomes, etc. Because of course, well, let me spin you around, turn you around this way. We can see how close it is to the beach. Just down here, just down this footpath, in fact, that I'm walking down now. And they wanted to ban it. Honestly, Scarborough Council wanted to ban it, camper vanning over there. So, although all the signs went up, no parking, blah, blah, blah. And I was driving along, I saw loads of camper vans all up there. I thought, huh. Well, not loads, I'd say half a dozen. I was like, huh, what's the deal? Thought it were banned. And pulled in, got talking to a guy in a really cool looking crafter, painted in some Audi grey. It looks really good actually, it looks really nice. But anyway, I digress, as usual. Yeah. So apparently the day the signs went up, they disappeared over the cliffs, apparently. So the signs are no more. And the law is very clear. No signs, no enforcement. So I think I found my spot for a few nights. On my way down this path, I stopped recording. Look how steep it is, man. I'm not looking forward to going back up. But anyway, I stopped recording because there was a couple walking the dogs. One of the dogs is a white-haired fox terrier, and we had them growing up as a kid. I think I said something the same the other day, and it's the second one I've seen in as many days. It's bizarre. You've not seen it for years and years and years, and then 2 on consecutive days. Mental. If I can put some pictures up of, I don't think I've got any with me of my old dogs, but if I've got any pictures that I can put up of one, I'll throw one up in editing. Gorgeous dogs, love them. We just got chatting for ages then. I was hoping to meet the toilets before the lock. They've got a timed electronic lock, these toilets, apparently. I've just been told by the guy in the VW up there. So let's see what's happening. I'll spin you around. So it's about 9:45, I think, right now. And these toilets are supposed to shut about 10:30, I think. So you come down here. It's quite steep, so I don't want to slip. There's loads of sand on this path as well. Taking my time. And there's a salty dog there. Little cafe does bacon baps and stuff for breakfast. Oh, crap. And a lifeguard station as well, because it's quite treacherous currents apparently out there. And these are the loos. And I do have... Oh, I see. These are not paid for ones, these are free ones anyway. I guess that's so if the timer kicks in and you're still in, you can press that to get out again. Nice and clean and warm, actually. As I say, is that business taken care of. But yeah, this place gets very busy down here. So it does. Now, there was a gate at the top there, with one half of the gate shut. the padlock resting on it, and the other half open. So hopefully it's open when you get up there. Wasn't a big gate, I could climb over it if necessary, but I'd rather not. Now, do you remember what I said about the cobblestones in Filey? Yorkshire fashion, here they are. And you find this, if you're not from Yorkshire and never been to Yorkshire, you'll find cobble streets, cobble roads all over the place. And you'll notice the width of the road. Because this was really only ever designed for an horse and cart. And they were moving goods up and down to load and offload ships back in the day. So, you know, it's for traders, etc. Coming and going. If I can Google some research on this place, I will. But it's quite fascinating. So, and you can see the camber. If I go here, because I didn't have anything particularly hard to put underneath it. This was the hard surface. There was no hard core underneath. It's all soft underneath. So, of course, the weight of the cart would be either side. So that's why it depresses down the sides, and why we've got this big camber in the middle. And of course that's not changed over the years. We've just got heavier, wider vehicles with cars and vans and stuff, because we've got to get stock down the way there, right, to the cafe, and equipment down there for the lifeboat station. So they do send vehicles down here. Oh, I'm shattered already. Walking a imagine what it might be like for a pony. Now, the Cleveland Way is a well-known route for walking and hiking. Well, I won't say from Filey, but through Filey. I don't know where its official start and end is. Presumably, Cleveland is one of them. But yeah, again, I don't have a right lot of information about it, so I may Google that and put that down below if I can. Good morning. I've just got up. Well, I haven't got up at all actually. I'm still lying on the bed. An unmade bed. I'm dressed, but you know, just lazing around. A mess. My camper's a bit of a mess at the moment, but here we go. This is my view. This is why I'll put the camera on right now before I even get up bed. Look at that for a view over the ocean. Yeah, this is what van life should be about, right? Isn't that gorgeous? Stunning. Well, I did make a short video yesterday, but it didn't actually, I don't know what happened to it. It didn't upload for some strange reason. But I just wanted to update you with the van, but I've already done that in this long form video, so I'm not going to go into that again. I'll try and put the long form video out again. If you've already seen it, then I've already done it. But yeah, wow, what a view, right? I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to get up, I'm going to make bed, I'm going to have some food and a coffee or a tea or something, and get the day started. Nice. Well, back at my spot now, as you can tell. The time is 20 to 10, and oh, hang on, no, it's not. It's 20 to 9. Sorry, and I'm exhausted. What's all over Scarborough today? Didn't film any of that. I said I wouldn't, because I was going to meet a friend. And the plan was to go Scarborough tomorrow again and do some filming. But unfortunately, had a phone call, and my mum's been taken into hospital, 999 and all the rest of it. Now, it's not unusual. Don't panic. Don't worry. It's a precaution more than anything else, and it's usually due to a virus or something like that. I'm not playing it down either. You know, it's serious enough to call 999. But my siblings are on hand. They're local. I'm 2.5 hours away, whilst I'm in this current location, and it's throwing it down, and I'm very tired. So I'm not going to rush over there tonight. My siblings can take care of that tonight, and I might have to go over tomorrow. Let's see how she is. Sometimes they just take her in for a couple of hours, and the doctor say, well, why are you here? You shouldn't be here, you don't need to be here. Do you know what I mean? And send her back again after a couple of antibiotics and stuff. So it could be something, it could be nothing. So I'm not going to panic. I'd rather drive over tomorrow where I can take my time and have some sleep tonight and go over, you know, rested, rather than in the rain when I'm in the rain and in the dark whilst I'm really tired. So I think that's probably a good ploy. So I'm going to end this one here now, guys. It's kind of cut short, I'm afraid, but I'm hoping that I'll get some good news tomorrow about my mum, and then we can maybe do Scarborough, maybe do Bridlington even, or possibly even Whitby. The choices are endless. Maybe there's 2 or 3 different videos in all of that. I suspect there is. But guys, thank you very much for joining in. I don't do very many long form videos, so please do remember to like, comment and subscribe. That'll encourage me to do a few more if you've enjoyed this one. Okay, bye for now.